obviously an area of concern, the special teams, and this last clip that we're going to take a look at, the return team, the coverage team on the kickoff return.
So I watched a lot of film. I watched this today. I've watched it 3 or 4 times, just kind of going back and just watch the special teams or just watch the offensive line. And special teams, really 2 things. One is they gave up a kick return, they gave up a punt return, and then Cade York missed a field goal. Now I will tell you, Stefanski said today that he was not worried at all, and I have to agree with Coach Stefanski. He needs to do it in a game, but if you watch him in practice, Cade York works so hard in practice, and he's never even close to missing. So he's just got to flip the switch, and hopefully it happens. Now, as a coach, I want to see it on the game, and I know all the fans do as well, but I think it's coming with him. These return units are hard to get going because they're not live yet. So as much as I want to criticize this, I hope it's just they haven't had live reps yet, but they really got to shore up that coverage to play complementary football. You don't want to put your defense in a bad situation. You don't want to put your offense in a bad situation by not making points when you get a good drive. Those are pillars for an offense when you don't get points after a good drive. So these special teams got to get cleaned up. Watching Bubba been throwing at practice on Tuesday, I can't wait to go back on Sunday and watch him because he's energetic, and I think he's gonna, whatever problems they have, he's gonna clean up. But this was an area of concern. They had a tough night on special teams, and I look for a big jump in this phase of the game in their next game.
Yeah, and it's the quote unquote week 0 game that the Jets and the Browns are the only ones that play. So if it continues, you're obviously concerned right now. Special teams is usually lagging a little bit behind because, like you said, they don't get the live reps. You're still kind of piecing together who's going to be on that unit.
Watching the one thing that you liked about the special teams unit, they were in bad lanes on those coverage units, but it wasn't an effort thing. And I think this time of year you're looking for effort. Can you get off that double team on the jammers? Can you, because they're not scheming up punt rushes. So it's really come down to coverage units, making sure you're getting to the right spot, getting to your guy, and are you hustling? A lot of the guys on these units are going to be guys who aren't starters and are dying to make the football team. So you're looking for maximum effort. And when you watch those teams, it was physical mistakes, not effort mistakes or not mental mistakes in terms of not giving it their all. They just were out of line. They just were out of position, and a lot of it had to do with almost being too aggressive on the coverage unit. So they'll get those things cleaned up. They'll watch it on film. They'll see where they need to be. As long as they're giving great effort, that's what special teams is at any level. Effort, and it's consistency, and it's doing it over and over, and I think those guys will get it for sure.